3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of We Talk. I am Yolanda Nau. Today we are talking to Leon Maritz in our interview, talking about sanitizers and cleaning products for your house. So do stay tuned. But before we get into the news, today's riddle. What can always go up but never down? Next up, our news. And now heading to our Windhoek Express website for some news. The Health Ministry has employed 278 retired nurses from across the country to tackle a shortage of health staff. The nurses' temporary contracts range from 3 to 6 months. According to Executive Director Ben Nangombe, the ministry has been employing additional staff and especially health workers since 2020 as part of the COVID response and also to tackle the country's labour shortage. According to him, the temporary contracts are renewed based on the ministry's need. In the process, they recruited retired nurses under the age of 67. Due to their susceptibility to illness, they are kept out of the COVID-19 wards and are mostly used for vaccinations. The nurses were also employed to mentor and guide new graduate staff. Harnas will remain home to the two lionesses Ula and Elsa after the Trust won their urgent application against the Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, who wanted to confiscate the lionesses on 3 days' notice. The Harnas Wildlife Foundation was informed on 14 February that the two lionesses would be confiscated on 17 February. Both lionesses were born at Harnas during September 2017. Applications to the minister were already made in February last year for the lionesses to be kept at Harnas, but the minister has not yet decided on the matter. In the interim, the ministry officials advised the minister to confiscate and relocate the lionesses to Okapuka Ranch, despite the pending applications, to which the minister agreed. The decision to confiscate the animals were already made in September last year, but was concealed from Harnas until last week. An urgent application was launched against the minister on 16 February, in terms of which they approached the High Court in Windhoek on an urgent basis on 17 February. The application was enrolled before Judge Justice Sabaya. Before the matter was called, the parties reached an agreement on the basis that the ministry conceded to the interdictory relief sought by Harnas, and the MEFT was subsequently ordered not to remove the lionesses from their current home. During the proceedings, the judge expressed the view that he considered the matter as one of extreme urgency. He said giving 3 days' notice after a decision was made 5 months earlier cannot be accepted as fair administrative procedure. Lastly, the judge underscored that the welfare of the animals is foremost in the court's mind in this matter. He stated that the physical and psychological stress and trauma that would be caused to the animals by the confiscation is not a matter that the court will take lightly. Harnas is dismayed at the attempted abuse of power by individuals within the ministry and places animal welfare and conservation organizations at odds with government. Ultimately, this leads to the waste of taxpayers' money as a result of frivolous litigation. Harnas thanks its attorney for their assistance. Harness was originally established for the protection of animals, but has since grown to include welfare and nature conservation projects. Conservation and protection of animals are their primary purpose. NWR has taken a position on persons photographing themselves posing on fossilized trees at Dead Flay on social networks. This comes after photos that were shot in Dead Flay at the Sources Flay World Heritage Site surfaced online. The images are mainly photographs that were taken on camel thorn trees. NWR has primarily taken aim at tourism companies that allow tourists to climb the symbol of nature to pose there. The camel thorn is considered a miracle of nature as it defies the adverse conditions of the desert landscape and survives in the conditions of water shortage. In a media statement, NWR complained about the carelessness of tourists and tour operators who pay no attention to sustainability in tourism. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm joined with Leon Maritz and we are talking business. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, thank you.
Quickly tell us about your business.
The business we have is called Zuno. It is a disinfectant and sanitizing product that we're importing from New Zealand.
Oh.
The product was, or the technology basically was introduced in the 1930s already.
Wow.
Where they found a molecule that can kill all bacteria and germs. Later on, Paul Hislop from New Zealand found this technology and he turned it into Zuno, which is today known. And 2008, alcohol was removed from the formulation. So basically what we have today is a product that can stick to any surface or to skin, and it has a longevity. So when it's applied to a surface, it stays active for 30 days.
Sure.
And when it's applied to skin, it stays active for 24 hours.
And why did you decide to bring in this product?
The reason why we're bringing it in is because after our market research, we've seen that there's a lot of opportunity where it can be applied, and especially with the pandemic that we've been through, it keeps your surfaces, your workspaces, your home, it keeps it clean from all germs and bacteria.
But even pandemic aside, it's still a good cleaning product to have in your house.
Yes, definitely it is. Most of the products that's on the market contains alcohol.
Yeah.
And with alcohol, it will only start be effective after 2 minutes, and it lasts for about 7 minutes. The minute thereafter, when you touch any contaminated area, it's back. All the burnt germs or whatever is back on your hands. With Zuno, you know for 30 days that any surface where Zuno is applied to, it will continually kill all germs and bacteria.
Wow, that's fascinating. How does the manufacturing process of that work?
Yeah, it's basically it's a small atom, and the atom is positively charged with spikes on them, and the atoms will bond to a surface, and all the pathogen germs and bacteria and viruses is negatively charged, so it attracts them, and with the pin it actually basically pops the membrane of the virus, and it kills it instantly. So it also cannot mutate. And that is one of the big advantages of the product, especially for the food industry, where food is handled and worked. If you apply Zuno, it can't wash off. It stays there for 30 days. So normal cleaning protocols can be taken, and yeah, it keeps on killing.
Great. Well, that sounds like a win-win situation.
Yes,
for
definitely,
all.
yes.
Are you only bringing in the one product at the moment, or are you looking at expanding?
At the moment, we have the hand sanitizer, and then we have the surface protector, and we also have mold killers. So when there is areas where very wet areas, it kills the mold continuously. And then later on, the factory, they concentrated on the sanitizing for now because of the pandemic worldwide.
Yes.
But we have other products, and it will soon come back. For instance, baby wipes, underarm protection so that you don't have odors, and yeah, the range is quite big.
Oh.
Hopefully, those products will come back soon.
Where can consumers buy your products?
At the moment, you can buy online from our website lcs.com.na, and yeah, but if you go online, everything is there, all the information is there, or just contact me direct.
Right. Who should be making use of these products?
Basically everybody. So we're trying to incorporate it in the food industry.
Yeah.
That is, lots of tests shown that if your Zuno is taken, you also have a longer shelf life on products, because there's no, the packaging or everything is clean, so there is no bacteria that can harm it. And then we're also looking into public transport, where a lot of people is accumulated, to clean the areas where people move and touch. Zuno does not wash off, so once you've applied it, it's for 24 hours active on your skin.
Oh, and it's safe to use on children as well?
Yes, definitely. That is the advantage. The toxicity of it is less than vitamin C. Wow. So you can take it in and nothing will happen.
That's wonderful. Leon, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
Every day we encounter millions of germs. When life gets busy, we can't afford to get sick. 80% of the germs that make you sick are spread by touch. And while traditional sanitizers may kill germs at first, you're only really safe until you come into contact with the next contaminated item. Imagine a germ technology that's durable enough to remain active on your skin all day, even after normal hand washing procedures. That protects you from germs throughout the day. Imagine a technology that bonds to surfaces around your home and instantly repels any germ. The technology we're about to show you has the power to transform lives across the world by vastly minimizing the risk of illness from disease and bacteria. The technological revolution started back in the early 1900s when a group of German scientists identified a molecule which killed bacteria using physics. It bonded to any surface and remained active for long periods of time. This technology evolved into the safe, non-toxic product that is Zuno today. Paul Hislop, CEO of Zuno, saw an opportunity to harness the power of this technology and develop it into an effective water-based formulation for everyday life, protecting people from the many dangerous germs that they encounter every day. The groundbreaking technology has evolved since its early form in 1930. Zuno was established in 2008. In 2009, alcohol was removed from its formula. Since 2010, countries around the world have been using Zuno to improve quality of life by reducing sickness. Zuno is now flying off the shelves across the world and is used inside many trusted global businesses. Our re-engineered technology kills 99.99% of germs. It's alcohol-free, made with pure New Zealand water, and is safe for the whole family. Zuno's formulation kills by a mechanical process. A layer of positively charged microscopic pins coat a surface, then attracts and kills negatively charged pathogens by bursting their cells. Independent lab tests carried out around the world reveal results that have never been seen before. And we welcome businesses to carry out their own tests. An ATP is a device commonly used to measure dangerous microorganisms. An ATP machine can't lie, and the results with Zuno never cease to impress. With a formulation less toxic and safer than vitamin C, it's no wonder that parents around the world trust Zuno for even the most delicate skin and around their family homes. Get on with your life without having to worry about germs. Be protected on the sports field, at work, on your commute, and at play. Zuno, effective and safe germ defense that simply lasts longer.
Neopaints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neopaints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neopaints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
For today's recommendation, we will be heading over to Future Females. They are celebrating their 3rd birthday this coming Saturday in the form of a very fancy high tea. If you haven't received your tickets yet, you better hurry up. They are flying off the shelves. Let's go check out who the speakers are. The first speaker is Lisa Matumola. She is the founder and managing consultant of Haitu HR and Training Consultants, a consultation firm that has been in the market for over a year. She has more than 10 years work experience, of which 7 is in the consulting industry. Her previous work experience include manager at PwC Namibia. Lisa is a career coach and an interview coach, and her aim is to help Namibians. Next up, we have speaker Hilda Bason Nabujebu. She is the managing director of Oxygen Communications, a strategic communications company that works in the field of brand building, advertising, and strategic public relations. She is well respected in leadership circles and has consequently hosted numerous conversations on the Sustainable Development Goals. Hilda is passionate about leadership and defining the narrative in the media. Hilda started her professional career at the Namibia Broadcasting Corporation shortly after independence and had a short stint at BBC too. The speakers will talk about strategy setting and decision making, as well as aligning your business with purpose, vision, and value. You should race for success, as this is your day to shine, and there is lots of prizes up for grabs for the best dressed, most beautiful shoes and much, much more. The event will take place at the Wine Bar and starts at 9:30. Tickets are 230 Namibian dollars and can be bought via web tickets or any Pick n Pay stores countrywide. For today's life hack, freeze coffee in ice cube trays so you don't have watered down iced coffee. Next up, we have Jeanette Diergaard for your Flex Minute.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome to another exciting edition.
Hi everybody and welcome back to Flex. I'm Jeanette Diergaard, your presenter for Flex. Now today we will be stretching our back, especially if you have lower back pain. So I'm just going to show you a few movements that will help you in this regard. Okay, so we're going to do a child's pose right here. So a child's pose, the reason why it's such a good stretch for your lower back is because it stretches out your glutes and it also stretches into your spine. So you can do these movements whenever you have a lower back pain. But if the pain persists, obviously you would have to go to your doctor. And then what we're going to do now, we're also going to stretch our knee out, okay? So you're gonna have your legs bent, your feet should be flat on the floor. I don't want this, I don't want, weird things. It should be completely flat, okay? So you'll just bring up, okay, so let's first do this one. So you bring it up, okay, and you have the one leg out in front of you. So this will also help you. It does actually, it also helps with the same muscles that the child's pose does. So a lot of times stretching your glutes, doing stretches that stretch your glutes assist in that lower back pain problem that we all have sometimes. So that brings me to the end of this one. I'll see you next time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of this Tuesday installment of We Talk. I hope you had a fantastic time listening to Leon speak about his business. That riddle just one more time. What can only go up and never down? Our age, unfortunately. We will be back again